What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one. If you are new to the channel, I am goldpony. This is goldpony crypto. And so, wanted to make kind of like an update video for the rubysteelcrypto.com card, because if you guys know, I had this in 2021. I of course upgraded to the jade green at very end of 2021. Didn't get the card until like 2022. So essentially, I had this ruby steel for the entire 2021 year. So I wanted to go over the new rates and all the new changes for the ruby steel card from crypto.com, because a lot has changed. And I wanted to kind of talk about if this card is still worth it for the 2022 year and beyond. And so in this video, I'm going to be going over all of the benefits for the crypto.com ruby steel card. I'm also going to be going over how much I earned from my ruby steel card in 2021. And I'm going to be ultimately letting you guys know if this card is worth actually getting still for 2022. So ultimately in this video, nothing should be considered financial advice. Please do your own research. And if you were interested in getting a metal crypto.com Visa debit card, go ahead and use my referral link located in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment. That gives you a free $25 worth of Crow when you sign up. I also get free $25 as well, so you can support the channel. But if you don't use it, you don't get anything, so you might as well use it. That's what I did when I originally signed up for the Ruby Steel. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. And so let me first start with what this card actually is. First off, I just hit that on a wood table, so you probably couldn't tell, but it is a metal crypto.com Visa debit card. So it is a debit card, meaning it is not a credit card. It doesn't have any effect on your credit score for the good or the bad. You can have the worst credit score in the world and still get a crypto.com ruby steel card, because again, it has no effect whatsoever on your credit score. So ultimately what you do then to use this card after downloading the crypto.com app, first of all, there's a little card section in the bottom right hand corner. You go ahead and hit that to sign up, but then you could top it up through a credit card, but there's a 2% fee there, so I wouldn't recommend that. But you can also top it up with your traditional bank's debit card. You can also top it up through ACH push as well. So definitely different ways you could put money on this card. And then essentially once the card is loaded with money, you can simply just use it anywhere Visa is accepted. It's that simple. So let me first touch on the crypto.com card program first. And so essentially they are going to have 5 different tiers of cards. You have the Midnight Blue, which currently has been downgraded to 0% rewards. So it is free, but you don't get anything for it. So there's really no point to it anymore. And that's a plastic card anyway. So Ruby Steel card is a metal card, and all the rest of them are going to be metal cards. Ruby Steel card gives you 1%. You do have to stake $400 worth of Crow to get this card. So essentially what that means is you buy Crow, you deposit it with crypto.com, they hang on to it for a period of 6 months. At the end of that 6 months, that dollar value that you have deposited will adjust based on the price of Crow. It could go way up like it did for me, or it could go down a little bit as well. Either way, at the end of that 6 months, you do have the option to completely take out your money if you wanted to. If you do that, you lose the benefits that I'm about to go over here for you guys. But if you leave it in there, after that 6 months, you essentially don't have to do anything, just leave it in there and you can continue to get the benefits that I'm about to touch on. So anyways, that's the Ruby Steel. Next tier up, you're going to have the Jade Green / Royal Indigo. You have to stake $4,000, 4,000 US dollars to get that one. Next one up, you got the Icy White / Rose Gold. That one you got to stake 40,000. And lastly, the Obsidian, where you have to stake 400,000. Obviously, the higher in the card tier level that you go, the more benefits that you are going to get. And so speaking of, let me first start with the first benefit that you get, which is 100% reimbursement on Spotify up to $13.99. Essentially, the way that works is, since this is a debit card, you essentially just link this card up with your Spotify account. Make sure that you always have that $13.99 in your account at any given time, so that when Spotify takes that money out, you automatically get reimbursed 100% up to $13.99 in the form of Crow. Great way to passively invest. I personally do this as well. So next benefit to the Ruby Steel card is that it is a metal card, which is always fun, because I feel like whenever I give the card to anybody, whether it be Taco Bell or McDonald's, and promise you, I don't just eat fast food, but they always seem to say something like, oh, it's so heavy or something like that. And then they ask, what kind of card is this? Because people aren't used to metal cards. Usually all these cards out there are plastic cheap cards. So it's kind of cool that it's a metal card. I will say that. So that's a benefit in itself. But the next benefit is you get 1% back on all purchases. And so this is accepted anywhere Visa is accepted. So you can use it at restaurants. You can use it when you go to the movies. You can use it to get groceries. Heck, I even use it to pay a lot of my bills. So if you have a phone phone bill, you can use it for that. If you have a TV or an internet bill, you can use it for that as well. I also use it to pay medical bills since I live here in the US. So we got a lot of them here, and I use it to pay that as well. Now, I will say one of the other new changes for the Ruby Steel card is this is up to a limit of $25 US per month. So if you were to rack up $26, that extra dollar is not going to be counted towards any kind of Crow rewards until the month resets again. So it is a limit of $25. So if you were to think of it strictly in the terms of dollar value, that would be approximately a 16-month window until you see your money back, because 25 times 16 is going to be that $400. So if you were to think of it that way, it would take 16 months. But like I said, it's in the form of Crow. So if Crow only continues to go up from here, you're going to make that back a lot quicker than you otherwise would have just if Crow were to stay at that 12 cents that it's currently at right now. And I did want to also mention, you earn it back in Crow, but that doesn't mean you have to keep it in Crow. You could transfer it right away to USDC if you wanted to. You could transfer it to Bitcoin. You could transfer it to Ethereum or any of the 200 plus cryptocurrencies on the Crypto.com app. So you have plenty of different options there. I like to leave it in Crow because I believe that Crow is going to do wonderful things in the next bull run and beyond. And I'll get more into all of that at the end of the video and why I truly believe in Crow, but that is what I currently do. Not financial advice again, but just to give you guys a little example at the price of Crow right now, again at 12 cents, if I were to pay my phone bill, which is a crazy $322 a month, I currently get back 2% of that, which is 52 Crow. So if you were to divide that by 2 to 1%, you would get back 26 Crow, aka again, if you think of it at its all-time high, $26 per month. So that is definitely a pretty good return on a $322 purchase, for example. And so yet for another example, in 2021, I essentially used the card maybe, I would say 10 months, and I got back 1,952 Crow. I'll put that on the screen for proof here. That was when the Ruby Steel card was giving you back 2%. Now that it is cut in half, all you need to do is divide that by 2 yet again, and you will get 976 Crow back, which again, if you think of it in terms of that all-time high being $1, $976, definitely worth it in my opinion. So that's my ultimate answer. Yes, I do still believe that the Ruby Steel card is worth it if you take full advantage of it, and if you hang on to the card and use it as much as I did, which essentially was for everything. It is my go-to card now, and I do think Crow will surpass its all-time high of, I think it was 96 cents to be exact, in the bull run of 2021. And my belief in that is due in part because of the Crypto.com/Crow/Chronos community is absolutely wonderful. It's definitely a very positive community to be in, not to mention all of the different marketing and advertising that Crypto.com has been doing. You got Matt Damon doing his commercials. You got the largest sponsorship ever in UFC's history. That's why you see when you're watching a UFC fight, you see it on their shorts, you see it on the octagon, you see it everywhere at a UFC fight right now. Also a partnership with Formula One. They got a partnership with Aston Martin. They bought the Staples Center, which is now the Crypto.com Arena. That was massive as well. And I have a feeling they're just getting started. Like, this is crazy stuff that they're doing right now, and I have a feeling next bull run it is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So again, if you were interested in signing up for a Ruby Steel Crypto.com Visa metal card, go ahead and use my referral code, and you can take $25 right off the bat of that $400 investment, because you get a free $25 worth of Crow right there, which again, you can do whatever the heck you want with. So that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom of the screen. If you want to see different cryptocurrency updates, be sure to hit the subscribe and the bell notification button. If you're into Crypto.com, Crow, and Chronos, that is what we do here on this channel after all. Do appreciate you guys watching more than you know, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay gold.